Okay.
Hi, everybody. How are y'all? Oh my gosh. I love just looking. Can you guys just take a moment and look at all the beautiful faces on this phone? Oh my gosh. I just got goosebumps. We're so lucky. We really are. So for, so for all of us, for all of you on the call here, you're on the Momtrepreneur call, and it's just an absolute honor and privilege to have you all here. My name is Manon Settlemeyer-Bays, and I work with the Juice Plus company, and I also get to work with these amazing women on this call, as well as just to be their friends. And we are just immensely blessed the day before Thanksgiving. I just want to tell you a little bit about the Juice Plus company. It is a 40-plus-year-old company, and it is the company that actually invented smoke detectors for the home, because it was the #1 thing that used to kill people in their homes. And if you look at it now, at least in the U.S., there really isn't a home that doesn't have smoke detectors. And then they moved into filtration technology, water filtration, and they're the ones who actually invented the carbon filter. And then they moved into food technology, and that's about 25 years ago, and that's what brought us to Juice Plus. And it's been quite an amazing ride, where it's been a phenomenal company. And I would love to we're all here to come together to talk about our experiences and share with our community, and you get to witness that on the call. And my heart gets filled with joy when I'm going to first introduce Suzanne here. And oh, can we all please mute our lines? If you can look down and see, there's a little microphone in your lower left-hand corner. Can you see if it's muted? Sorry. And that was great. Thank you for turning off the background noise. Okay. So anyway, so what I love to do is just through stories and just showing our community here, I'd love to just share with you all, welcome to all the guests, about what we have to share here. This first woman, her name is Suzanne, and to say that she has a heart of gold, I might just cry here. She's just a phenomenal human being, and to say that I feel blessed to know her is beyond an understatement. She is a mama like all of us on this phone. And I'd like to ask a quick question. How many of you are mamas? Can you raise your hand? How many of you know a mama or have a mama? Can you raise your hand? There we go. I want to introduce this amazing woman, and I actually get to introduce 4 amazing moms. And I'd like you to all just get a glimpse of the community that we have here and what we do. We're all here to inspire healthy living and to take healthy back. And we inspire other moms to do the same and show how we come from these diverse backgrounds and how we really empower other women to do the same and really open their eyes and begin to dream again. So this first woman she's one of my dearest friends, and a heart as big as the universe. And I'd like to introduce my dear friend, Suzanne Sadie.
Thank you so much, Manon. And thank you so much for allowing me to be on this call today. I am so very blessed and thankful this week of giving thanks for all of these amazing women in this community. And I'm so inspired every single day. And my journey and why I'm on this call really started about 8 years ago. I'm a mom, and I have 3 amazing daughters. And at the time, I was a single mom, and a single mom who was going through a divorce, and whose daughters were going through the divorce with me. There was a lot of stress. And meanwhile, my oldest daughter was really sick. And so meaning she had a really rare autoimmune disorder, and we were in the hospital. So what happened was I was shared, Lauren Slocum Lahav shared Juice Plus with me, and she didn't know anything about whether it would help or not. She knew that my daughter was sick, but she didn't know how severely. My daughter was actually in a wheelchair, and we were in the hospital pretty much every other week. So when I share this story, it's hard for me to even say it out loud without crying. It gets me choked up every single time. And so a month after sharing Juice Plus with us, my daughter got remarkably well. What I want to share with you is what is Juice Plus? Because when I first heard about Juice Plus, I, like many other people, had actually heard about it before she even shared it with me. And I thought, what is this Juice Plus? Is it juice? Juice Plus is amazing. It's a product actually that is a combination of fruits, veggies, grapes, and berries. There's three separate bottles. So basically for the capsules, which is the premium level, you basically get, one bottle, which is the garden blend, which has amazing vine ripened, nature made veggies, and there's nothing else in it. There's a nutritional label on it. Same thing with the fruit, which is called the orchard blend here in the States. And sorry, there's a little bug flying around me. And then the same thing with the grapes and berries. And so we also happen to have the soft chews. Those are mainly for children to get started on it, but also they're an amazing snack for adults. And we also have complete shakes, vanilla and chocolate, as well as a tower garden. And so in terms of the products, they're amazing, and they are something that I could not, at the same time that I'm a mama, I'm also a dentist who's been practicing 25 years, and I couldn't wrap my head around such a simple concept as fruits and veggies in a capsule. And so therefore we started giving it to my daughter mainly for nutritional purposes because she wasn't eating very well. And I just want to tell you, within a month of doing that, she was off all her pain medication. 4 months later, she was actually walking on her own without the aid of a wheelchair or help from others. 2 years later, she was off all her medicine. So I'm a testament, and I'm very passionate about this product, about this company, and about sharing this with other moms, because we're all moms here. And now I'm really passionate as well about sharing the business, because like I said, 8 years ago, we started the product, and I'm very passionate. I have a long history of using the product now, and remarkable results, not only with my daughter, but with my health and with my parents. And long story short, I'm on a mission now of really inspiring healthy living around the world, like this amazing community does. And I'm really passionate about giving the gift of financial freedom and talking about the business side. So I'd like to turn it now back to Manon so she can introduce another speaker.
Suzanne, just what an amazing story. And I understand that skepticism of how can something so simple like fruits and vegetables be in a capsule, and how can it be that powerful? And actually, I like to ask the question, how can it not be, right? I mean, it's here I have a master's in medicine, so I relate so well to what she says. And who else relates to that? How can something so simple like foundational, like fruits and vegetables, yeah, right? I mean, can you raise your hands and just show me a little bit here about how can something that simple be that powerful? And yet it is. I mean, the stories that we all hear, because we've all been in this journey together, just continue to surprise me with joy. And like, wow, it really makes a difference. Who else can say that they have stories that they've heard that just are incredible? And like, oh my gosh. I mean, I like to quote my other dear friend, David Phillips, like, it's taken a long time for my highly educated brain to get wrapped around so simple as fruits and vegetables and capsules and chewies. And it's a true blessing. So I'd like to take us here to the next women who, gosh, each of you just fill my heart with joy. I just love this. This woman, Linda, is Sarah, you're next, right? Beautiful Sarah, I'm going to call on you next. So here's the other thing too. We are in 26 countries, and this woman, I am here in Palm Beach, Florida. Suzanne is in California at Palm Desert. She lives in Danville up in San Francisco area. And then this amazing woman lives in the UK, and she actually might be in Spain right now, but I'm not sure where. But it's a testament to technology and to the beauty of how we can be across the world and still be connected. So Sarah, she has a phenomenal story, but again, this heart of gold who just is out there to serve others and really has empowered herself to take her family health and her future into a new way. And the first time I met her, I mean, my heart just lit up and warmed up. So without further ado, Sarah, please, can you hop on here and share your beautiful story and who you are?
Can you hear me?
I can. Hi, Sweet Pea.
Hi. So this is super cool. I'm actually in Palma, so we're keeping up the Palm kind of theme going here. I'm in Palma in Mallorca. I'm here with 3 of my 4 children. One of them is based in the UK, and my 3 little ones are here. And it's been an amazing evening. I've just had this hour between my last call with the team back in London, where we've been sharing stories, and we had somebody calling in from Dubai because one of our team is out there at the opening of Dubai, Juice Plus Dubai, which happened yesterday. While I'm sitting here listening to you guys, I'm printing off my Spanish order forms because I'm doing my first pop-up shop in down by the port tomorrow with another lady in our team who's moved to Palma from Vancouver, and she makes beautiful homemade jewelry. And while she's sharing her jewelry, I'm going to be speaking to all the ladies who come in about how they can make one simple change for their family's health. And just like, you know, Manon and Suzanne have already alluded to and mentioned, their financial well-being as well, because, you know, for many people, we're so, you know, that's come up already in this call, we're so lucky. And we're not only so lucky to have this community, but, you know, I have had times where I've not been able to pay for pretty much anything. And I've also been a mum during those times. So it can be very, very difficult when you're in a place of real financial trouble. And, you know, if I look back at that time, and for those of you who don't know, and I won't go into any detail, but, you know, when I had my first child, I was 18 and I was on state benefits and I was without a family or any support, and trying to get my law degree and go through university. And so, I smiled when I saw Lauren's post today, because I remember getting my food parcels delivered to me in that situation. And I can't imagine for a minute that life now, but, you know, that was 20 plus years ago. But if you'd come to me with Juice Plus then, it probably would have been exactly what a stressed out teenage single mum with no money would have needed. But I probably would have told you to run 1,000,000 miles, because with financial noise, how do you start to look after those things that actually, for people who can't pay their bills, they see as a privilege? We see it as an obvious bridging the gap. It's like, we know what we should eat. We know what we do eat. You know, come on, we all say it's less than the price of a Starbucks, but, you know, there's loads of people who aren't as fortunate as we are, and loads of really, really smart, talented women. This is not just people who don't have the competence and they don't have the education or the opportunities. There are loads of us who things happen to, and, you know, life changes, and sometimes the path that you're on doesn't go where you think it's going to go. And actually, fruits and vegetables in a capsule, it's really, really simple. But unless you can get rid of that financial noise, I don't have the sort of bandwidth mentally to think about the health of my children. So, you know, having fast forwarded many years and having been a lawyer and had a successful career in the meantime, when Juice Plus came to me, I thought, God, this product's amazing. Of course my kids need it, and it's so cheap and it's brilliant and it does all these things. And I thought, and I can't share the business because what are people going to think? You know, they're going to go, but you're a lawyer. What are you doing this? Is this kind of network scheme type thing? But of course, you mustn't ever forget where you came from, and we mustn't forget the stories that other people may not be in the place that we're in right now. And also, I made one really bad assumption, really bad, is that I, at this point, was when I found Juice Plus, I was living in a massively, massively affluent area of London, in central London. And I thought, well, there's no point me telling them anyway. It's not just what they're going to think of me. If they live in these massive, great houses, nobody can need this, right? They're not going to need the financial opportunity. But of course, over the years, having been in the city and having many friends who are either in the city, who've got husbands in the city, I've watched many, many people lose those very, very, very highly paid jobs. And, you know, people who have these, you know, multi-million-pound houses also have very, very, very expensive lifestyles. And actually, having been at both ends of the spectrum, I found it easier sometimes to manage my finances when I had very, very little than sometimes when you got lots of kids and school fees and expenses going everywhere. So I really had to talk to myself with Juice Plus. I'm like, you know, this is not only the most incredible product, but people at every point on the wealth spectrum, when they understand residual income, would break through that brick wall to get it. And if you can do that with a product that is just so mind-blowing in terms of what it can do for you, your family, for your loved ones, and you can achieve that financial independence, My goodness, we've done something incredible by alleviating the noise from so many people's lives and enabling us to inspire our own children and the people who love us to show that regardless of what financial position we're in, we can keep raising our standards, and we can do it through helping other people. So it's a great privilege to be on this call tonight, and thank you very much for letting me share.
Oh, Sarah, that was amazing. Thank you so much. You're just, oh gosh, every time I hear you, I just want to cry. Your big heart and all your kids, just your little yum-yums. Oh my gosh, it's just great. And you're right, we're Palm Desert. We're in West Palm Beach, Florida, and Palma. And Sally, I don't know where you are, honey, but we need to get some palm trees around you quickly. I just wanted to touch on real quickly what you just said, Sarah, that was so powerful, that you talked about how this company and what we have, and it's, when I was joining this company, some things that resonated for me is, I call them the big fives, and I just want to touch upon them really quickly here, because you are making a business decision, even if it's a plan B and it's not a plan A yet, or you're just looking at something, right? And whether it's built to last. First of all, it's a 40-year-old company. It's 100% debt-free. Same senior management since inception. Over $14 billion in sales, and in 26 countries around the world. And most Fortune 500 companies are looking for one of those five, never mind all five of them. And it's something to really, just something to think about. And Sarah, I so understand what you said too about having friends who, they live in those nice, wealthy places. And one thing I will say is that you have no idea what's going on in somebody's house unless you're sleeping at the foot of the bed every night. And it's just giving people multiple streams and options, and what if, asking that what if question, right? And I think it's a very powerful thing to ask people. And on that note, I get goosebumps when I get to talk about this next lady, Sally. Oh, you guys, I'm walking around with goosebumps all day. Here we go. So Sally is our next speaker. And she just, again, like the woman previous to her, has this big heart, and she is just an infectious laugh. And I believe she's at a hen party right now. So I hear that's what they call sexy women who are getting married over in England, but I have no idea anyway. But I really look forward to just hearing, I want her share her heart with you and her vision and what she's created for her family as a mom, and in shining a light where she's giving other people to do the same. So Sally, please take it away.
Oh, thank you, Manon. That's so nice. But before I go on, I thank you, Sarah. And, Sarah and I met very, very briefly in Bournemouth at our convention a few months ago. And all I kept hearing this lady say was, "Oh my God, it's so cold." And that's the first time we ever sort of met, and very, very briefly. And then now, it's great to hear your story, Sarah, because I didn't really get a chance to hear, which is thank you. And I'm so humbled and honoured to be asked to, always pop in and have a chat with everybody tonight and meet everyone as well. It's really lovely. And what really does resonate is that the people that come on this call are just so special and so honourable and trustworthy, and I've just got massive hearts, and they just need their souls filling full of this woman's sort of army, really, I think is the right word. But no, Manon, I've just got to put you right on one thing as well. Two things, actually. The hen, it is right, it is a hen's party. I don't know where that came from, but I called Jen Trigger, who's on the call. Everybody knows Jen, wherever she is. That Jen and I have shared beds together regularly, wherever we've been at conference, and been really good roomies, which is great. But Jen, I call Jen the hen because in Scotland, when a girl is sexy and good and she's the best friend, the best chick, they call her a hen.
Well, I want to be a hen.
You can be a hen. We're all hens. We're all hens clucking around together. But no, seriously, no, welcome everybody. And oh my gosh, I can't tell you really how this has changed my life. it never ceases to amaze me, the new things that I learn every day, and the, you know, encouragement and empowerment that I get from, you know, my sideline, my, you know, uplines, and indeed Shelley and Wendy that are on the call tonight, and you know, one of my closest friends, Kerry, welcome, is that, you know, we all learn from each other, and we're always there to lift each other up, and you know, challenging each other as well. And you know, sometimes without being challenged, we can't progress and we can't improve. So just basically, I'll just tell you my story that, you know, Linda mithered me for 2 years about taking some products that were going to help me. And she wanted to introduce me to this Harley Street doctor, and she wanted to help me with my charity. That, you know, I love charity. I love helping people to raise money to get things better in whatever capacity, which I'll go on to something about the white ribbon shortly. But so she minded me for 2 years, and I kept saying, no, go away. And it was only when we were at one of our charity balls that they had one of these vodka luges. I don't know if anybody's ever seen one. It's a great big ice sculpture, and it was in the shape of a helter-skelter. And you put your mouth at the bottom of the ice sculpture, whilst the vodka is put in the top, and it goes all the way around this sculpture, and you catch it in your mouth at the bottom. And so my lips had been catching vodka for about the last 5 minutes, and Linda tapped me on the shoulder and said, you know, she wants to tell me properly about this Juice Plus. And I remember turning around to her thinking, oh my God, my lips must look like they've just been filled with 10 mils of Botox or something, because they were that frozen. And I just said, look, you know, I was really like, no, I don't want to know about your products. I don't want to know. Not tonight. Just go away. And you know what? If I'd have listened to her, things could have been even more different now. But I didn't. And 2 years later, I was accused of not feeding my children properly by my ex-partner. I'm a single mum of 3 children. And so rather than react to him, I proacted and thought, okay, well, hang on a minute. I breastfed all my kids. I made my own food. I'm doing the best I can be, and it still wasn't enough. So I got in touch with Linda and said, right, I want everything. Give me everything. I want everything to help my children. Within 2 weeks, what I noticed was their skins, just all 3 of them, having wet wrapped them for years at you know, hospitals, you know, going to appointments, doctors, had to wet wrap them with bandages and emollients and steroid cream because they had really bad eczema. And I remember I was depressed with it because I was tired. I have a business to run, and you know, I had to just get them bathed and wrap in these bandages. It was awful. So started taking the products, started to feel better myself, so much more energy. I have a hair and beauty salon, so I wanted to share it with all the people that I'd been listening to for years and years, going on about the health issues, and now I have a solution for their problem. And then I just said to Linda, can I do this in my shop? She said, yeah, of course you can. It was only when I was about to get kicked out of my family home because my ex-partner was trying his best to get us out, that my qualifying national marketing money, the bonus was just big enough, which was quite a substantial amount, to get paid into my bank account to satisfy the mortgage lenders that I could afford to stay here. And I've told this story so many sharing fruit and vegetables in a frigging capsule was going to help me. But not only that, I've helped so many other people as well. And you know, some of those people are on the call tonight. let's do that. So I'm going to shut up, because once I start, I'm sorry, Manon, you know, you never get me off the
Oh gosh, Sally, that was just so beautiful. Thank you for sharing. You know, it's the heart, and that's what I hear it out of our community from all over the world. Here we are, moms calling in from the UK, from Palma, from Palm Beach. Usually we have somebody coming in from Australia as well, and it's really just a total blessing. I wanted to just wrap up and just say I forgot to introduce myself fully, so I'd like to just give you my quick 2-second stories. My name is Manon Bays, and I have a master's in medicine. I worked in the ER for years, and OBGYN, hospital-based medicine, and I really loved working in a team. I loved helping and serving other people. I went home fulfilled every day, and my life changed when I became a mom, and I didn't want to choose between working, you know, which 2 weekends every month, and choosing to work Christmas or New Year's, and missing the moments of my daughter's life. And also 90% of my salary was going towards a nanny that was doing the job that I wanted to be doing. And when our dear friend Lauren introduced me to this business and this product, both instantly made sense to me. The product, I was like, why didn't I think about that? And then with my medical background, I understood the technology behind how they created it. And then secondly, I was like, wow, with my strong work ethic, and I'm coachable and all those, you know, those things, that I could really replace my hospital income and work on my terms and work with the people that I really care about. And I know now that my future is very bright, and like the stories you've heard here, that it's women taking back their lives and being the moms that they want to be, and yet still making a huge impact. I mean, because if you want to change the world, it's going to come through moms. It's going to, because we have a message to move forward. And I hope that's what you heard tonight. It's going to make me cry. Here we are on Thanksgiving Eve, and I feel just immensely blessed to know all of you. And for those of you who are new on the call, I really hope that something resonated with you, and that you get back to the person who invited you to this call, so that you can talk to them further. And we're all here to help you too. Just please, you can carry one, but you can run with 100. And I hope that we get to run with you. So on this New Year's Eve, I just want to say thank you, how blessed we are, and I hope that you get to 100 counting all the different blessings today. So with that, I'm just going to say, and here's from West Palm Beach, okay? It's about to sunset.
Heyman, can I say one more thing before we go?
Yes, of course.
Guys, whoever is really on the call, I would be really, really grateful. It's White Ribbon Day here on Friday in UK. It's for domestic violence. And if anybody of you are touched with any of that, then please tweet or Facebook me, inbox me, or anything like that to get some further details. And that just only if you want to, no pressure. But it's White Ribbon Day, and you can get the White Ribbon Day, or if you just want to Google search it, that would be fine. But my best friend who I went to school with in Australia when I was 14, we've been in touch ever since. She took me under her wing, and she's helped plant 50,000 white poppies on bamboo sticks in Australia. And she shared this with me 2 days ago. And this is just all the synchronicity of this is just incredible. So that's it from me. If you just do want to just get involved, then please do. Or if you know someone else that it might help, that's fantastic. Thank you.
So, will you share on my wall? Will you put some information on?
Yeah, of course I will.
Yeah, brilliant. Thanks, Sal.
I know you were this, Clarky.
I am. Yeah, I'm listening away.
I love the white ribbon thing. So just to be respectful of everybody's time, please look to Linda and Sally, and I wish you all a very happy Thanksgiving. And and moms do rock. Love you guys. Take care.
Bye. Bye, Jen. Bye.